Hi there folks, my name's NovaWrap and welcome to the NovaWrap, your one-stop location for all your simulation release news and goings on from the week that was. Alrighty, we're going to get straight into it with the flight simulation world this week, and we're going to get straight into some scenery releases. So this week we saw the latest offering from Sim Design. So Sim Design is a Polish company that's been kicking around for a few years now, and they specialize in VFR and VFR photoreal scenery of some smaller Eastern European countries. So as I said, they've been kicking around for a little while, and they've released their latest offering, which is VFR Slovenia. So Slovenia, being one of the former Yugoslavic republics, has now been brought to us in beautiful photoreal detail. 2.5 meter per pixel ground resolution, so yeah, not too bad, not too bad. And over the whole country is covered, including some of the border areas as well, blending across. For a grand total area of over 21,000 square kilometers covered in beautiful photoreal scenery. The low resolution though looks like you can tell, especially when you're going low VFR, which is one of the reasons why I'm not hugely sold on on photoreal. I know all the benefits you get from sort of cleaner lower loading times and stuff like that, but it's it's a personal thing. Photoreal is generally not for me. But anyway, the other drawback that it does have is that it only has summer textures, so you are not going to experience any kind of seasonal shift and seasonal variation as the seasons change in your sim. You will only ever see it as Slovenia looks in summer. So there you go. But if you are looking to enhance your experience with some photoreal scenery, and you have been clamoring for Slovenia, then this is going to be a add-on for you, available now from Sim Design's website or from simmarket.com as well. Alrighty, in other releases as well, news this week. So we saw another huge photoreal scenery release this week. We saw a three-pack or a three-part pack get released. So this is from a newcomer to the FSX and PISRD scenery markets. This is Parscene is the name of the company. They've released their Iran Mega Scenery version 2.0. I never actually saw them with their version 1. I assume it was out there at some point, but no, either way they've released version 2.0, volume 1, 2 and 3 of their Iran Mega Scenery pack. Now, look, on the surface, it looks pretty good, and the screenshots look quite nice. It's look like there's some quite nice scenery, quite nice high detail satellite imagery that they've used. However, here's the thing: is that each one of these, so this is only available at Sim Market at the moment. Each one of these is €12, so 15, 16 bucks US for you to pick this up. Now, each one covers around about 10,000 square kilometers. Now, okay, that sounds like a lot. It does, and it's a big area. But at the same time, we're talking about a country that is almost 1.7 million square kilometers in area. So to put it into perspective, it's a pretty small area that's covered, and each of these volumes, so you get a total area coverage of about 30,000 square kilometers. For the grand old price of 36 euros. So, but here's the other thing: is that there's no detail about what this content pack gives you. Like it says, gives you excellent photoreal scenery of the parts of the central part of Iran. Okay, cool story. There's no information about the quality of the imagery that's been used. There's no information about how it works or doesn't work with AutoGen. There's no information about how it works with other scenery and other terrain mesh. It's really light on detail. So yeah, just be wary of this one, folks. Look, if you have invested, or if you do invest in this and you have some feedback, please let me know. I'd love to know about it in the comments down below. But yeah, as I said, it's just, as I said, this is version 2 of something that I can't find any trace of version 1. And the fact that there is so insignificant and there is no detail about this, it has me a little concerned. Anyway, but if you are looking to take a gamble on this one and do want to explore some of the deserts of Iran in a bit more photoreal, It's something for you to perhaps consider. Available now for FSX and P3D and all the ESP-based platforms. Available now from SimMarket exclusively. Alright, continuing on with the flight simulation world this week, and this time heading over to the world of X-Plane. So, X-Plane releases this week. The guys over at Aerosoft, who have been tremendous supporters of X-Plane development, they've released the latest piece of scenery. So this one's been developed by Starport Sceneries, and published through Aerosoft, available through Aerosoft directly or through your favorite flight sim retailer. This is for Frankfurt Egelsbach. Which is a small provincial airfield southeast of Frankfurt, Maine, of the main Frankfurt airport, which of course, as we know, Aerosoft rebooted just a few weeks ago. And basically it's a small GA sort of industrial field, but it serves also as a testing center and as a home for Diamond Aircraft, the makers of the famous Diamond DA-42 Twin Star, and also serves as the home of the one of the home helicopter bases for the German Polizei, the German police force. So yeah, it has some fairly significant residents there as well, and this has been done in some quite beautiful scenery, complete with animated ground traffic in the form of follow me vehicles and emergency service vehicles in and around the airport as well, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool that you get to see that in scenery, and I like the fact that it is in X-Plane scenery. I don't see it a lot in ESP platform scenery, so it's kind of cool when I see it in X-Plane scenery. Yeah, by the way, I am starting to invest a bit of time in X-Plane. Yeah, I am, and yeah, it's yeah, okay. I sometimes I do see why people say that one it's the ugly stepsister of the ESP platforms, but also has so much potential as well. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. But there you go. Anyway, all right. So yes, but this is available now from Aerosoft. Available now for your German aviation pleasure. Available now from Aerosoft or from your favorite flight sim retailer now for around about €14 or your nearest regional equivalent. Alrighty, and moving on into other releases this week, moving away from the world of flight simulation into onto the ground. We're going to have a look at, so this week, Train Simulator saw a release of another one of their marketplace releases, which essentially is their place for putting out sort of mission packs and train and livery packs. So this week we saw the release of the British Rail Saint and Travelling Post Office liveries. So this does require you to have not only Train Simulator but also the Great Western Rail Saint and Travelling Post Office add-on, available separately in order for you to be able to install it and use it. But this does offer you two new models and liveries, two new models in each one of those in two different liveries of the Saint locomotive. So it's the square-framed version and the rounded frame driving cab version, and each of those in the British Rail green and black liveries. You also get the riveted or smooth tender versions of the accompanying tender that goes with that vehicle, with that train. Sorry, not just any old vehicle. God, good lord. You also get the baggage and sorted coach from the Travelling Post Office as well in the British Rail maroon, blue, or Western Mail red liveries. The Western Mail red livery is a very iconic one. It sort of summarises sort of the Royal Post. It really does. So yeah, that one I think is my favourite looking livery. It really is. But yes, so just a reminder for that one. Yes, it is. It is not a scenario pack. It is a livery pack. It's available. It's $5 or your nearest or your regional equivalent to be able to give you the some extra liveries, some extra color schemes, and some extra models for your existing GWR Saint and Travelling Post Office add-on. So that is available now on Steam. Alrighty, and continuing on the terrestrial route at the moment, so the guys for OMSI 2, so the international bus simulator, or European-based bus simulator, has released a new add-on this week. It's for Aachen, or the Imperial City. So this is a city in the Netherlands, and this one faithfully models two of the bus routes there. So bus route 33 and 73 with over 22 kilometers completely faithfully recreated decorated with all the appropriate buildings and special features there to be able to go through the old part of the town, and all the way from the town's east and through the old part of town into the east and then into the city centre. So you can see the beautiful cathedral in that town as well. I actually managed to spend a bit of time there actually in that city many moons ago, and it is an absolutely beautiful city. So yeah, this looked pretty interesting, and from the video it looks like they've captured the essence of it pretty damn well as well. That's pretty cool. There's a huge amount of history there, and it gives three vehicles included with this one as well. So you've got the 12 meter 0530, the 18 meter 0530G, and the 19.5 meter 0530GL. So that's your three vehicles that you have at your disposal for doing this one. You get the normal vehicles. You also get the AI traffic as well, some customized AI traffic and AI service buses regionalized to Dutch network as well. So that's really great to have. You even get some AI railed traffic as well, to be able to picture it and see that as well. So yeah, for those of you who do love recreating bus routes throughout some of the beautiful major cities of Europe, this is probably going to be one that you have probably already know about, but if not, you probably might want to grab, because as I said, this is OMSI 2's come a long, can I just say, OMSI's come a long way since it first started. It really has, and the work that's going into it now, these latest add-ons for OMSI 2 is really impressive. It really is. So yeah, just stunning. Anyway, but yes, available now for $20 or your nearest equivalent. Available now on Steam or direct from the Aerosoft store. Alrighty, and just a couple of those. So rounding out the release news this week. So this one's not a new product, but an update. I did want to cover this one because I love this title. I really do. Okay, so Kerbal Space Program. KSP is one of the most awesome games, simulation / puzzle / education, while not realizing it's educational games, ever to exist. It really is. So they've just released their latest update, which is the Loud and Clear update, so version 1.2. Long story short, they've updated a whole heap of stuff in there as well. If you've got the title on Steam, it's auto updated. Otherwise, you can just go through your launches and or through your third-party retailer that you purchased the title through. But it's looking absolutely insane. It looks so great. It's so much fun. So they've completely rewritten the fuel flow system. So you can actually control how the fuel flows, whether it drains tanks individually or whether it drains them all at the same rate. Wheels, they've changed the wheel physics again to actually try and make them more real and more realistic and more suitable. Though Scott Manley over at his channel, very famous for doing KSP videos, has some doubts about that, and some of the things that I've seen his wheels doing, I have some doubts about it too. But anyway, but the major changes that they've actually put in there now is they've implemented a communication and like an intranet kind of thing for your space program. So now if you actually want to be able to control and talk to probes and spaceships far away or on the other side of Kerbal from the space program, you actually have to put up satellites or rely on some of the extra ground stations that have been put in. There's a whole heap of new cool stuff in there like that, and KerbNet as well has been added in, so you can actually, if anything's got a probe core, you can actually scan stuff and get targets and find anomalies. By the way, they've put a whole heap of new anomalies in there, mostly obelisks, but apparently there's a few other things in there as well to be able to find. But yeah, you can find things like biomes and go grab your science and send your Kerbals on expeditions to all manage all parts of the Kerbal solar system. As I said, this title is cool. I have put Flight Simulation to one side for the last few days because I've just gone back to KSP and I'm loving it again. I really am. Anyway, but yes, it's a free update for everybody who owns KSP. If you don't have KSP already, seriously, head over to Scott Manley's channel, check out some of his videos on it, because it is just so damn cool. It really is. Sometimes it does take a rocket scientist, other times it doesn't. Just saying. Anyway, but yes, available now. Kerbal Space Program available directly from the Kerbal Space Program website. Available on Steam, GOG, and a whole heap of other online retailers available now. Alrighty, now that pretty much wraps up the release news this week for the NovaWrap, but I do want to show off one really cool thing. So there's I don't follow a lot of blogs, but there's one that I do. It's a guy called a guy names who calls himself Uncertified Pilot. Basically, he does some really cool Twitch streams and posts some really interesting blogs about his sort of journey to sort of learn flying and how he uses flight simulation to actually do that. And he's created and posted a really, really handy checklist for using the A2A 172. Now, some of this could kind of be, you can relay the basics to other 172 add-ons, including the default. Actually, no, not really including the default. But it's designed for the A2A1, which does model the realism of an A2A of a 172 absolutely impeccably. But yeah, it's not for real world aviation, but it is based on real world aviation like the A2A1 is, and it's really, really good. He's already tweaked it a couple of times. He's open to feedback as well. But feel free to check it out. I'll pop the link down below as well, and feel free to follow him on Twitch and also have a look at him over on Twitter as well, because he does some pretty cool stuff, pretty interesting stuff, pretty interesting tweets as well. So yes, I just want to round it out with that and just highlight that really cool tool, because I will definitely be using it when I take my 172 up again. There you go. Alright folks, that does round up the NovaWrap for this week. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget, as always, to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying these videos and want to see more. And of course, as always, you can catch up with me and all the things I'm up to between videos by finding me on Facebook and on Twitter. Just search NovaWing24. Alright folks, thanks very much for watching. Take care, safe skies to all, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.